Hello again, English 155 students. Professor Blumberg here. I'd like to talk about your career presentation. Since this is an online class, it was kind of a unique way to approach it, but I decided that we would use webcams and create Screencast. For those of you that are wondering what a screencast is, it's not as difficult as it sounds. It's simply a recording of your screen, and sometimes, if you attach a webcam like I have, you can put a picture of yourself in the corner. And I'll create a separate video that shows you how to do that in the programs that I use. But your presentation is going to be about a career or a field that you're interested in. Now, my face-to-face students will draft their presentation, and they will make an accompanying slideshow, and they'll stand up in front of the class, and they will do a 5 to 7 minute presentation in front of 30 people. What you guys will do will record your screen and your presentation, whether you use PowerPoint or Keynote or Prezi, and you will make a screencast and upload it to Dropbox, and we might be putting these on a forum for other people to see as well. But in this video, I'm just going to walk through some of the requirements and hopefully answer some of the questions that you might have along the way. So your audience is the class, and we talked a little bit in Chapter 4 and Chapter 5 as well about audience analysis. And we can assume that our audience is educated adults, but they might be unfamiliar with the specifics of your career or your field. So we're going to want to tailor the information for a general audience. So we're going to do a lot of the things that we've looked at in past chapters. Avoid using jargon or overly technical language, and really kind of filter out the information to get to what is the essence of the field that I need to communicate. So this might be somebody's first introduction to culinary arts, and while you're very knowledgeable, you're just going to probably want to strip away the more detailed, specific information and give the audience the basics. So I want you to cover seven main points. You're not bound to these, but I'm looking for these things. So the first one is general description of the career. What do you do? Name of positions. So for example, if you're in the early child care program here, you might explore the role of an assistant teacher, a lead teacher, and a child-centered director. Or if you're looking at nursing, you might look at 3 different types of nurses. You don't have to exhaust every possible position, but it might be helpful for your general audience to understand that there are a couple different roles that you can take on within this general career. Type of employment, and there might be multiple here, but self-employed, major corporations, small businesses, it's really helpful if you can give concrete examples. There's nothing wrong with saying, for example, you could work at a chain daycare center like Learning R Us, or you could run it out of your own home as a small business. So if you can come up and actually research real examples and include those in your presentation, that's really going to make it stick out. Educational background and work experience needed. What kind of degree, what type of experience do you need to obtain this job? And you might look at what will make you desirable in this current job market. Career locations. One of the resources that I'm going to give you a link to below is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And one of the nice things that they have are maps that show where these jobs are concentrated. So do you find that a lot of these jobs are in the Southeast region, or California, or in the Northeast? Earnings potential. This is another thing that you'll find on the Bureau of Labor Statistics. And outlook for growth. That's kind of a open category to look for. Where is the career headed or the field headed? Are there any changes that are happening now? There's a lot of careers that are changing drastically because of the role of technology. That would be something to research and bring up, and I think it makes a nice conclusion because it's sort of looking at where is it headed in the future. I'd like you in your presentation to just simply document where you got this information. Okay, so when you're writing something, you'll usually use citations or some sort of formal citation system, MLA or APA, for documenting your sources. In a speech, you just need to tell us where you got it. Then you can work that into the sentence by saying, according to the Labor Bureau statistics, or maybe at the beginning of the speech, you can make a statement that all of this material comes from, this book, Everything You Want to Know About Nursing, written by, Jane Smith. This is going to be the most in-depth project to date. You're going to need to spend a lot of time, and I'd like you to practice and get comfortable delivering it before you actually record it. Chapter 14 is the textbook chapter that goes over presentations, so you want to take a look at that. If you draft slides, a lot of people choose to use PowerPoint, which is great. It's kind of a standard presentation format that everyone uses. You're not bound to it, but look at Chapter 14 and what they have to say about creating effective slides. So effective slides are usually rich in media, and you don't want to cram a lot of text. You also don't want to read the text that you put on your slide, especially verbatim. You want to use it kind of as a launching pad for your presentation so that the slides complement your voice instead of reiterating them. If you look a little bit further down on this page, you'll see the rubric, and this is how I'm going to evaluate you. I kind of divided it up into the content is 50%, and the content is really what you are saying in your screencast. The slides that you create, that you're capturing, is 20%. So I'm looking at the visual design, how effective are the slides. And then the last 20% is nonverbal. And do you make occasional glances toward the webcam? What's the tone of your voice and the pitch? Is there a range? Do you seem enthusiastic about what you're talking about? And I hope that you are, because I find that with this project more than others, students are the most engaged because they find the career path that they are pursuing. It's the dream job that they want, and they get to do a lot of research and share that research. So take a look over the assignment. It's pretty in-depth. And if you scroll down here, you'll see a video that goes through the Bureau of Labor Statistics website. And hint, if you watch this far into the video, the BLS website, bls.gov, will answer all of the 7 points above. So that can be a primary, one of your key sources that you can just complement with some other things that you find. Let me know if you have any questions. I foresee a lot of questions coming in about this one. So email me, and don't be surprised if I read your question out, omitting your name, and answer it via a video Q&A to help other students. Thank you guys, and I look forward to seeing what you turn up with.